Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Dan Memo, and today we are gonna talk about the new units that just released with the Orario Outbreak update, and one of them is Ice Wallenstein, the Starving Mind. She is seeking potato snacks. So if you have potato snacks, make sure to give them to her. But she's also a vampire, which, you know, is a little sus. Like, how is she eating potatoes? Anyways, we're gonna talk about these units, but as you know, before we start, make sure you check my Twitch channel. It's where I stream. I don't stream on YouTube usually, so check me out there so you can join in the fun. I play lots of different things, as you can probably figure out on my channel. Anyways, as we go, Starving Mind, Ice Wallenstein, she is a physical attack type. And, you know, you probably can tell because of how she looks, that she'd probably be a dark type. So, she is SS in strength and also in agility, so that's a good combination, but that's at max limit break. These are her stats at just base, 6 stars, and her powers, her skills. So her special is ultra powerful dark physical attack with temporary strength boost. That's not all. She has foe mid dark physical attack with temporary strength boost and dark resist minus 25%. Then we have mid dark physical attack with temporary strength boost and magic minus 30% for 4 turns. Yes. She buffs herself up and she reduces the magical resistance by 30% to 1 foe. So then hunger. Foe low physical attack and self strength plus 75% for 4 turns. She is a pretty she's a pretty good dark physical attacker, and I really want her for that. Also because in previous events I didn't get the other unit that had a dark type special. I think it was Lily. It wasn't Sweetheart Lily. It was one of the lilies. She has the little bunny backpack. I forget the name of the specific unit, but she was a dark attack and I didn't get her. I think I only have 1, so it would be nice to get Ice, but hey, we're just talking about the units and what they do. Let's see. We also have Raoul on this banner. Raoul, where are you at, boy? Here he is. He thinks he's a Ghostbuster. So he is Nightbuster Raoul Nord. These are his stats at base, and then at maximum break he does have SS for magic. He is a balanced type. Basically, his special does Ultra Thunder Magic Attack and damage plus 50% per one, and self regeneration all attack damage reduction skill. So it does self regen and all damage reduction. So he'll receive less damage, from what I understand. But all damage reduction skill, does that mean that he does this for all his allies or just himself? But it says self, so regen and all attack damage reduction skill is probably just to himself. He is a little selfish. So then we have the comeback skills. We have negative electrode, allies fast all attack damage minus 30% for 30 turns. Positive electrode, we have foes high thunder magic attack and self 30% HP regen. Then we have a polarity repulsion, foes mid thunder magic attack and damage plus 60% per 1, and self regen attack all damage reduction skill. So he's a balanced type. I'm not really into him just because most of his buffs / regen are just to himself. He is more worried about keeping himself alive than anyone else. So sus on you. So the other unit that we have here, we're going to talk about Beat, and then we'll go talk about Lefia. If I can find Beat. So here we have him. He is a physical attack type, Moonlit Wolf. And these are his stats at base, and these are his stats at max limit break. He is SS in strength and SS in agility. So similar to Ice, but he does an ultra fire physical attack with temporary strength boost and self regen for 50% for 1 turn. He does AoE attacks, low fire physical attack, and self-fire attack damage plus 60%. So he does boost himself up in the fire category. So you could stack that up with some just plain strength boost. So just add strength boost and also the fire boost. He would be very buffed up. So then we have Foe's mid-fire physical attack with temporary strength boost and self-counter rate plus 50%, so that's pretty good. Especially like in Record Buster, where you do get hit multiple times during one turn. At least, you know, he'd be able to counteract. Then we have high-fire physical attack with heal 10% of the attack damage. And self-status buff plus 1. So the more he hits, well, yes, the more he hits, the more he can heal himself. So the more buffed up he is, the more damage he can do, which means he can heal himself more. And then we do have Lefia. She is the wicked elf. She is so cute. She's like, why have I suckered into this? These are her stats at base, and this is what we have her at max out. So she is SS in agility and magic. So it's a very good combination that all these units are very fast. Although, you know, her endurance isn't like the best. But, you know, hey, it's okay. So she is considered a magic attack, and because of the general relationship between Ice and Lefia, she's basically just a magic version. Her attack, her special is Ultra Dark Magic Attack with temporary magic boost. Her combat skills is AoE, Low Dark Magic Attack, and Self Dark Attack damage plus 60%. Oh. Then we have Foe's Mid-Dark Magic Attack with temporary magic boost and magic resist minus 15%. And High Dark Magic Attack with temporary magic boost and counter rate minus 25% for 3 turns. So like this is actually like kind of like a mix between, just skills wise, a mix between Eyes and Beat, because Beat increases his counter rate and Eyes is just, you know, debuffing her enemies, and also just because, you know, she is the you know, magic version of this. So, you know, usually with the units that we get paired for these gotchas, they are all usually one type, mostly. For example, the last 2 banners, we had a flame one, we had a thunder one. So we were very specific for a hot second. And now we're having a few, you know, we have 2 dark units, 1 fire unit, and 1 thunder unit in one well, not one banner. Well, technically they are in one banner together that you can only pull from once, or with, you know, the tickets, everywhere to get tickets. And let's talk about, we'll hold off on that because it's very special. We are going to talk about the new Riviera unit, the Dark Divine Riviera. These are her stats at base, and at maxed out, she does have SS in magic. But what does she do, you may ask? So she does Thunder Resist minus 10% and allies 10% HP regen. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So Thunder Resist, I mean, like if you had a Raoul, an opposing team, you'd want to be able to resist his damage. Or even one of the new, you know, the sisters Tiona and Tione. They were thunder, so you'd have a little resistance against them. Then we have her stats at, you know, max. She does have 15% regen and 15% thunder resist. As always, I love to compare to a mid whose base is 15% HP regen at base, and at maxed out it is 20%. So as always, the fact that you are combining two different, you know, afflictions, sort of say, status boosts or debuffs, it means that the percentage that it can offer you is always going to be less. But, you know, you can do sort of partially what one does in 1 unit versus 2 units. So, and it's what it is. And this is, I hope you notice that we are in the assist unit. This is the only Bell assist at the moment, and it's the Living Dead Child Bell. These are his stats at base. He is going to be free with the event, the tail event that's going on. So as long as you complete it, farm up to everything, you should be able to get this unit for free. So this is at base, and this is him maxed out. He is not asked anywhere, but I mean, what could we expect considering that it's a free unit? Then, his perks are Dark Resist minus 8% for foes and critical rate plus 8%. This is not bad at all. And it kind of reminds me of T a little bit, just because she does have the critical rate and she also has strength boost. So kind of similar in that sense, but this is decreasing your foe's dark resistance. So in the instances that this would be helpful is if you were to go against somebody that you were facing with an entire dark team. So your team was, even if it wasn't mainly dark, but your biggest hitter was dark, and so you wanted to make sure that they did a lot of damage. So, it definitely helps. And at maxed out, it goes from 8 to 10%. So it's 2% boost for maxing it out, which of course you can do. And I'll just compare it to T because she does strength and critical rate for 8%, and at maxed out she does 10. So even though he's a free unit, his percentages actually line up with what we'd see on an actual banner unit. Just call out that even though we wouldn't expect a unit that comes in an event to be spectacular, his percentages at least still match up with kind of the status quo. They're not like lessened because of it, but his stats themselves are kind of lower. And the last thing I wanted to talk about are units that we don't have right now, and maybe we'll get later, or maybe they'll skip them. So units that I'm talking about are the awkward. Oh. That is interesting. Are all of them changed? Are all of them changed? We do not have the old Halloween units on our album. I can't show you Mummy Hestia because she's no longer here. We have Paradise Mood Hestia, which I don't have. We have the Bunny Hestia, the 2, and that's it. An Adventurer Belle, I'm missing the Yukata one, but there's supposed to be a Bunny Belle. We're not getting them right now. But we used to have them in the album. They used to be there, quite literally. So that is very sus. I know it's probably one of my videos or another YouTuber's videos or screenshots out there. They used to be there. So I'm very curious as to why they're no longer here. And I think I'm going to tweet at them and ask them why they're not here, because this is very weird. I wonder if they're not going to give them to us this year, or I don't know what they're going to do. But it is very strange because at least for the summer event, something I called out that I thought was going to happen is that they were going to release us the previous year's summer units, and then they released the new ones. And I thought that's what they were going to do. So I thought they were going to release the old Halloween units, and then like in a week or so release the new ones. So this is very interesting. I'm very curious as to why they did this, because I do want Mummy Hestia. She was so adorable, and Bunny Belle was a pretty good unit to have. So sus. So those have been all the units that we got. I can't talk about the old units now, but those are all the units that we got. I hope this was helpful, at least to hear what all of them do. And I wonder if if you're watching this, let me know. And what do you want to see about Danmachi, or are you playing something else maybe now? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching and for being amazing. And until next time, meow to meow.